So you thought of 3 things?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know we were thinking of 3 things.
I thought that's what you told me.
No,
Oh.
that's not what I said.
Oh.
I just said, what have you learned? What are the lessons you've learned this year?
Oh.
So we were tagged by Jason and Lorraine from Sow the Land to talk about what lessons we learned in 2018. And it's been really hard to boil that down to like one thing that I learned. But I guess for me, the number one thing I learned, I guess, just overall was just to trust God more. And I know that's pretty general, but I feel like I was prompted to do many things this year that were way out of my comfort zone, and the normal me would have been like, no, I'm not going to do those things. That's just not me. I don't want to try new things. I've never done that before, but I did feel prompted to do things that I was scared of this year if I felt like they were being led by the Lord. So I went to Tennessee by myself for a business conference, and I had never been away from the family like that, especially not that far away. And just some, starting this YouTube channel, things that are just not comfortable or I don't feel prepared for, but I felt like needed to happen. Then things that were really very hard, like just things that would come up in relationships with people and things that we knew needed to happen, and just being obedient to Him. And when He's called us to do something, being obedient to Him is often really, really hard to do. It doesn't feel good sometimes, but then if it's Him that's calling you to do it, and you actually obey and do it, then like you come out so much stronger on the other side, and just, I don't know, there's just a peace in obedience. So I feel like just trusting God more this year. I want to do that, of course, every year. I want to do it more next year, or this year. It's actually January 1st right now. So, okay, your turn.
What you learned?
I learned a lot more than that, but that's just in a nutshell. I think that's what yeah.
I think I have learned to be more patient, especially at the latter part of this year. Seems like I've become more patient than I was, because I'm very impatient. I like for things to happen, and I like for
Come here.
Anyway, I'm very impatient, and I like to start things and finish things and get things done. So, but I guess with the housing projects, I've become a little more patient this year. I don't know if that's not why, but anyway, the last one I think I was a little more patient than the first couple. And the other things that I learned that I can garden without a tractor, and it's much more enjoyable. I actually tried part of the garden with the tractor and most of the garden without it, just as an experiment. And actually the part with the tractor was probably twice the work than the part without the tractor. So no more tractor in the garden.
Yeah.
And I bet we have some watermelon pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, we grew some huge watermelons this year without the tractor.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Another thing that I learned this year was that I can mow the grass without the lawnmower. I think I mow the grass like 3 times this year with the lawnmower.
Yeah.
with the, you know,
with the riding
right,
lawnmower.
right, right.
Yeah.
With the right equipment and the fencing from Premier One, we were able to move the sheep around the yard throughout the summer, and that not only kept them healthier, but I didn't have to mow the grass with the lawnmower, which was nice because I really don't like doing that. So anyway, those are 3 things that I learned this year.
So you thought of 3 things?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know you were thinking of 3 things.
I thought that's what you told me.
No,
Oh.
that's not what I said.
Oh.
I just said, what have you learned? What are the lessons you've learned this year?
Oh, that's what I learned.
Okay. All right. Well, since it's the end of the year, we're not going to tag anybody else. It's actually the beginning of 2019, so we're not going to tag anybody else. But thank you, Jason and Lorraine, for tagging us in this lessons that we learned in 2018. And the next video you'll see from us is probably a what our goals are for 2019. What are we planning on doing personally, in our business, on the farm? What are our goals? So stay tuned for that.